Andrea, can you help me out with the presentation, please? So while we put the presentation on screen, good afternoon to everyone. I know it's the last session of the second day of your workshop, so be very straightforward. Next slide, and the next one. I'm sharing with you a best practices that we did in Brazil this year, that we as corporate citizenship work together with the marketing team in its whole extension. And we built up this campaign using real stories of real people, real students from So for Tomorrow. As you could see, and I'm really not the specialist here to point out the numbers, but I'm trust that we had very good numbers in terms of VTR and views, or even the impressions or the engagement rate as well for this campaign. Just because this is real stories, is something that is not product driven. I know you are already overwhelmed with things that you guys have to do about the products, but here is just a very good invitation. If we can go to the next slide, please. So not only we did the campaign, but Seda here has the Galaxy team of influencers. So we came to them and asked them, hey, we presented So for Tomorrow for them, and we asked them, would you like to support us? It's not under your contract. It's not going to cost you one of your, obligations of your contract. But if you're willing to help us, we'll be very, very glad, because it's mostly to support the students and in our program as well. So we had these influencers from the Galaxy team who did posts to promote the So for Tomorrow launching at the beginning of the year. It was completely organic, but because of their profile, we had one hero, two macros, and three micros influencers supporting us. It was a pretty good visibility that we got from within a group of followers or of Samsung followers. So that's why here on the subtitle we're putting that we are raising awareness and relevance to Samsung audience. So we have other channels or our other target audiences to drive to, but in this case we have lots, thousands, millions of followers of Samsung's own accounts on SNS, our network of influencers that you guys lead very well. So these people, their audience should know what Samsung does in terms of corporate citizenship. On the other hand, we also hired for a very, very low price some specific influencers of education. So from one side, we understand that you guys have to look over influencers that have high reach or you know, really connect with lifestyle or the passion points that you work with. Our passion point is education. And it's very important that we find out some other influencers that give a more light communication and language to the programs that we do. It's not easy to explain So for Tomorrow, but they also give us credibility and visibility. On the next slide, please. So, in a nutshell, and this is for me a best practice, and it has so many reasons to be so. The one thing is consistency. One of the things that Gustavo set up for this year in Brazil is that we would have a ESG/citizenship editorial every quarter. This is a regular post on some OCEDA's on SNS channels. Okay, and this is something, again, if the team here, the SEDA team here is on the call, really big thanks for them for the support here. We have put very small money, their own money, to put up nice videos, uh, and also to make them in a language that really works for SNS. If you ask us from citizenship to do a video, it takes us at least 4 minutes to try to explain what we are trying to do here and the purpose behind it. But when we match with your expertise, we were able to reduce that to 2 minutes and 40. But even though we have very good VTR and we had very good engagement rate in comparison to even 15 seconds, 30 seconds videos of products that we have posted on Samsung on accounts, we had very good performance. So that's the match of the one Samsung that also Renato mentioned earlier, and it's one of the things that we are looking forward to work on next year. That we join our efforts. So from citizenship, we have the assets. Samsung has a legacy of 12 years of social programs in America, of real people that we are reaching out. So real people from Peru, from Chile, from Panama, from Costa Rica, from Mexico, from Brazil. It's a pretty strong asset that we can work on in our external communications. And if possible, we kindly ask you guys to put a little bit of paid media just to push those posts. because otherwise we really don't get the audience, we don't get the reach that we want to. Okay, and just to be clear, from one side we do some very tactical campaigns for So for Tomorrow when we open up the submissions, the project applications, and we can do these campaigns that which is could be always on and along the year to raise reputation, to raise awareness. Okay, so that's the invitation to all of you. You know, if you were willing to join, just ask us for a coffee. We'd be more than glad to come by and just present the assets that we have. There are some specific requests here that if you choose to do so, we need to have at least a basic organization of information, not only for us, but for our own followers on our own SNS channels. So one of the things is to build up a playlist on YouTube and a highlights uh, group on Instagram to have all the social CSR ESG contents there. Okay, because otherwise they got mingled and it's very confusing with all the products and launches and events that we hold. Okay, that's one. On ESG citizenship editorials always come to us, and please try to use the hashtags which are global hashtags and tag the Samsung accounts so we really leverage the visibility to all of this communication that we are able to do. I know you guys have a lot on your shoulders already. I'm pretty sure that these 2 days were really, really overwhelming and busy. So please, we don't need to create any other topics or themes. We already have one. It's a 12-year legacy in Latin America. Let's focus on this one. If you're willing to talk about e-waste, recycling, take back, climate change, we can eventually, but please come to us in advance so we avoid any issues along the way. Okay, that's it from my side. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Elvio. I think it's great. And guys, as you saw, there is a big opportunity here. Reputation is something that is also very important to us. Our competitor in MX, they built a huge reputation, and part of their success is for that. So we need to keep improving ours. I believe, as Elvio said, we have a great legacy about education. So we were talking about democratizing technology, and also, we are talking about education, and is a place where we can talk about, right? South Korea is well known all around the globe that they transformed their entire country in the last 50 years because of education. So South Koreans, they know how to talk about education. They have results on education, and Samsung for more than 12 years are investing and supporting education. So I think this is another thing that for us it will be great. Elvio, as the same as we did with the others, all the questions we are receiving, and later we will share with all the presenters, the people who was presenting here, and then we will reply back with the minutes in Excel like Swan normally does in the workshops, considering the timing that we expend here. Guys, I would like to thank you a lot. Was amazing to have these 2 days with you. It was amazing to have these 2 days with you. Yesterday, as I said, we saw a lot of great things that you did in 2025 that raised the bar for 2026. Today, you had the opportunity to see a little bit more about the strategy and the guide for 2026. Of course, this was a glimpse of everything that we will do. We do have our weeklies and bi-weekly meetings where the teams will be able to share more into details all the activities and co-create with you. As I was mentioning, I believe 2026 must be the year that we will co-create much more, and we will cross-pollinate things that we are doing in one subsidiary and using the other ones, and ideally creating one and use in all the other subsidiaries, so we can truly leverage our budget that we know how precious it is. Everybody is struggling with the budget. We will share now a link. Please, if you all could join this link here that we will put in the chat. This link is for a survey. Last year was very good, the feedbacks that you gave to us, so we can evolve for the next workshops that we will have with you all. You can include that in-person workshop, it's better, we agree, but you can put again, we will use this data to also fight for having one next year. Hope in the beginning of the year, not need to wait until the end for the 2027 one. We are more or less on time, so thank you all. And let's have a 2026 amazing results and enhance even more our brands and connect with consumers. Thank you, guys.